members of the media house, allow me on behalf of the Apostolic Christian Council of Zimbabwe, original 2009, to read our press statement concerning the issue of homosexual and other rising matters which affects our constituents. In the past week, some media platforms were awash with news that the church ACZ original barred the coming of Somis to Zimbabwe. It is after the church ACZ original 2009 learned through our state-owned leading paper, Sunday Mail, on the coming of Somis to grace a reopening ceremony at Garwe restaurant in Harare, Zimbabwe. It shocked the church ACZ original that our state-owned paper had published an article which paradoxically seems to market and advertise an event that is indirectly supporting homosexuality. This is according to our analysis and understanding. The invitation of Somis Mhlongo by the Garwe owners as the guest chief to grace the reopening of the restaurant was a serious taboo in the spiritual realm. Hence the reason behind the swift intervention of the church ACZ original upon the matter. Allow me, members of the media, to clarify on the role of the church. The role of the church in the society is to intercede for the nation and its leadership, to advise the nation and its leadership on spiritual matters that has to do with our daily livelihood and relationship with our Creator, to advocate for peaceful and sinful free environment, to address the nation and solve matters that affect our communities amicably, to encourage the general citizens to create a friendly relationship with the leadership and the government. Above all, abiding by the laws of God and delivering the voice of God to the society. Of late, owing to disallowing circumstances beyond its control, the church ACZ original has been silent in fully and effectively executing their roles in the society. We apologize for that and assure the nation that never will it happen. The stance sternly taken by the church ACZ original 2009 in barring the coming of Somis in our motherland based on his controversial gender orientation, homosexual, was not politically driven, neither was the church ACZ original 2009 influenced by the government of Zimbabwe. Rather, it was an organic carriage based on protecting the nation. We stand guided by our people-driven constitution that Zimbabwe is not a gay nation. Hence, we don't support pro-gayish events or long-suffering gay aficionado to lead any event of what sort in the nation. Spiritually, we say we are not a gay nation, but if we are seen stomaching gays in the nation, we would have upset the flow of the Holy Spirit in the superintending the nation. If there was any iniquity which hindered God himself to come down from his holy throne and walk on earth and extinguish his creation with much rage, was the sin of homosexuality, which was being practiced in Sodom and Gomorrah. Practicing homosexuality is likewise the identical is actually a Satanist. In fact, homosexuality is Satanism. Our traditional selected leaders who are highly venerated repositories of our 8 cultural values and norms, some only do agree with the church SZ original that in the mystical domain, SZ original will leave no stone unturned in purifying Zimbabwe from homosexuality. As such, the Harare-based Garwe is no exception to be heavily dealt with. There is no room for homosexuality. Zimbabwe is a Christian nation. This country was led by the Spirit in emancipating its people from protracted war of our liberation. Hence, we ought to respect that the experience which our heroes and heroines succumbed into can never be wished or washed away. Even in the torrential millennium, may the souls of those lost that their lives for the sake of our independence continue resting in peace. We can't betray our heroes and heroines by accepting the cultural degrading taboo and spiritual profane, the detestable wickedness for, say, Adam and Steve to marry each other. Yet we all know that marriage is between Adam and Eve. From the researches that are being made by the church SZ original, and as well as from the spiritual oracles, being homosexual is not natural, it is by choice. The deception which is being held that some are born homosexual is demonic. It is an open secret that there is a spiritual attraction when a pregnant woman is associating in a homosexual environment. The child is bound to be born with homosexual traits. Just like on the other hand, when a pregnant woman is living in an entrepreneurial environment, the child is definitely born with entrepreneurial traits in them. It is a deception that God created homosexual. Rather, it is an evil environment created by homosexual designers, which makes a child being born with homosexual traits. Why is it that the issue of homosexuality are only discussed in the urban areas? We are to accept the fact that homosexuality is not by choice but by birth. Secondly, researchers are there to prove that there are pills given to pregnant women which can affect the gender of the baby. All these are done inherently mankind and spreading Satanism in the world. The church unreservedly applauds His Excellency, the President of Zimbabwe, Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, for his stern stance against homosexuality. As such, we implore other political parties to emulate the visionaries and PF leader in exposing the ills associated with the social and acceptable human degrading practice of homosexuality in order to garner support from populace who will have invested confidence in the same. From the video we circulated last week, Somis elaborated that there are wolves in Zimbabwe which are in sheepskin, that in the closest serves to express that he himself admitted that being a homosexual is becoming a wolf. As such, the church ACZ Original 2009 is concerned. We haven't yet learned of any enclosed gays. Once if we are made to know them, we will, by our possible means, act in protecting our people. Soon the nation will witness a lot of confession from those gays operating in Zimbabwe after the church had cast Lucifer out of them. If there are individuals that are suffering from the demon of homosexuality, let they come for deliverance and counseling, for it is a cut and dried fact that homosexuality has no space in Zimbabwe. Suffice that to say, the church is progressively making frantic efforts in addressing other social ills such as child marriages, controversial sacred places and places of worship, and ritual killings, which are rampantly causing and called for discord countrywide. As a patriotic church voice, we are obligated to rise to any occasion posing irrevocable case or indelible danger to the nation, potentially resulting in incessant drought spells, natural catastrophes, untreatable ailments, wallowing poverty, disunity, underdevelopment, as well as mysterious deaths. ACZT original 2009 categorically states that it has no ill feelings about owners of the flamboyant Garwe restaurant, nor does the church have bad blood with South African artists. Considering the fact that recently Zimbabwe had a fairest treat from unrestrained South African musicians, as erroneously denoted by some less discerning people. I thank you so much.